Right, we're at the home of, actually it was where Audra grew up, and this was her dad's property, and he passed away a couple years ago, and she's in a kind of a state of just wanting to recoup and rehab everything and just get it back the way she wants it and certainly remembers it. So that's what we're looking at doing out here today. This probably video quality is going to be a little rough because the wind's picking up, but we'll try to do the best we can here. We are looking at doing a, Shane was not able to be here, so we are, Audra and I just met and kind of spent some good time going over options and just everything we might be able to help her out with. So they're going to talk about it at lunch right now, and then hopefully we'll have an understanding of how we can move forward in helping them out. But we did look at windows and siding. Excuse me. This is really just going to be a vacation spot, or just kind of some place to come when family's in town. They have a house in Seguin is their primary residence, but we're looking at doing, I apologize, this audio quality is not going to be good right here. But we're looking at doing a full siding replacement, 8 1/4 Cedar Mill Select Smooth on this breezeway here. On both the front and the back, we'll be doing a board and batten with a 1x2 batten just to kind of break things up a little bit. That batten would start here and would also stop there as far as the board and batten. So that's kind of what we're looking at, and just on the breezeway, everywhere else would be the Cedar Mill Select Smooth. On the fascia, there's quite a bit of rot in the fascia, but we're going to fix that rot and then do a fascia overlay. Soffits, porch ceilings, which there are a pretty good amount of those, we are just going to paint, recondition and paint. So that's kind of our scope of work for that. These 4 posts here, we're just going to paint, and about 36 inches up, we are going to do a like a 1x wrap on those. Just like I said, about 36 inches, just to create some vertical line to go along with the board and batten on the breezeway. So that's what we're going to do on these 4 posts on the back porch. We have to replace one 4x4 column on the back porch, and then just paint the other columns there. If you can see, we got this kind of fascia system going on where the drip actually wraps around. It's just held in by some hex head screws here. So we can just undo those, put on our fascia 5/16 everywhere, and then just wrap that back around and re-screw into the Hardie fascia. Drip edge is another issue. That's really up under there, under like this Galvalume drip, so metal drip. So that we're not going to disrupt. The drip edge will stay, but fascia overlay everywhere. All this porch ceiling, both front and back, will be reconditioned and painted. A couple rake walls here, that will all be addressed as well. All the flashing looks pretty good. The metal roof isn't that old, so it looks like it's in pretty good shape here. Electrical box pull away, side behind reattach, paint all the conduit and everything. All these wires that are dead, kind of hanging around, those can go. There is a dish that we'll look at on the other side that can go as well. We will not need that anymore. Paint all exterior doors. We will paint. We're not doing any kind of rot. Audra knows that there are some places of rot. We're not going to address that at this time. She does have a finish carpenter that she might use to address some of the rot on the doors if she wants. At this point, we're just painting them, and we're painting the screen doors and reattaching once we're done with trimming those out. Both garage door frames will be wrapped in Hardie. We're not doing anything on this interior side of the garage or this door, so none of this area under here will get any coating or anything from us. We are, however, because of what we see right here, and pretty much on every post, we are going to do some repair and then wrap the garage door frames in Hardie, so that'll never be an issue again. We are doing another thing I should mention. We're doing a very conservative tear off. So a lot of this wood, it's old wood. It's been on here. It's in good condition. So where we can use that and take advantage of the age of the wood and how it's not made today, we're going to use that as our substrate and take full advantage of that. We have probably about 5 or 6 areas of fascia. deck boards or deck screws coming through the deck boards. She didn't want to close it in. Audra wanted to keep kind of the original look and just paint that. Even in places where we have this rough chip OSB, we're just going to paint over that and leave it as is. This porch is all staying. We talked about maybe demoing this area, but probably decided against that just for the cost benefit. So all this area again will be sided in. That door will be painted. These posts just painted. Look at this old barbecue pit, pretty cool. It used to be a cattle. Her dad used to run cattle out here, and see all the pens and all that. Just that old wood, just an awesome situation out here. Just kind of the amount of years on that wood is just it's mind-boggling. It's a great little piece of property out here, though. This last 4x here, this 4x needs to be replaced, so we'll take that down, put in a new 4x, and then paint these posts. We're not wrapping them in Hardie. Rake wall here. This back wall all the way across the whole rear of the home will be Hardie plank. No major considerations. There's one spot we'll look at here that's bowing a little bit, but other than that, again, just a great candidate for an overlay, especially with the age of this wood and how well it's holding up and how well it will continue to hold up because it's made so much differently than wood today. Now here you can see this banding on the house. We're going down to foundation line, so we're going to replace that banding and we're going to take it flush down to where it is now. We're not going all the way down to cement. So where that facade starts, it's just chicken wire and plaster basically. That's where we're ending the Hardie plank. We're not going all the way down to the ground. Even this porch ceiling, of course, back here will be painted. This will be all fascia overlaid. All the gable runs will be fascia overlaid. And this AC, there's two external window mount AC units. Those are coming out. They put in HVAC obviously right there. So these window mounts are going away, and we're going to look at another one here that we're actually removing the unit, and we're removing the unit and we're going to side over it flush. This side is really the roughest of all of them, and it's still, especially up on the gable, obviously we need to flush that where it's lipped over. But up on the gable, the siding's in pretty good shape. Oh, there's one place right under that bathroom. I think it's a bathroom window. It looks like it's bowed out right here. I don't know if there was a leak or some sort of water infiltration or penetration there, but that will, and it's not rotten. It just is warped. So either we'll cut that out or we'll just reattach it to the wall and use that as our sheathing. See, like all these wires, this is a phone system. You got wires that are pigtailed, capped off. So whatever wires are not in use are going away. Get them off the house and just clean it up a bunch. Here's that other unit. We're not doing any interior work here, but we're just going to take that unit off the wall, basically frame that in, and then side over it, flush. Get soffit, reconditioned and painted, fascia overlay, and then all your sidewall is going to be the Hardie plank, smooth 8 1/4. This is what I was talking about here. So this little banding, we're going to run our siding all the way down to this line right here. Okay, this is, you can see this all coming apart, and they're going to actually pull up this walkway, so it's not really worth fooling with right now, but we're coming down to basically right at this line right here. Of course, any exterior exposed board is going to be Hardie, so all this 1x4 around the windows, doors, corners, everywhere that we have 1x4 trim will be Hardie 1x4 trim. They're aware that all this stuff has to move away from the sidewalls by the time we start, so no issue there. This is the dish that's going away. So that's pretty much what we're looking at. Again, just a great little piece of property out here, and a lot of sentimental value with Audra just because she grew up here. So it was kind of cool listening to some stories, and but you know, they're in great hands. We'll take great care of the house like it was our own, and certainly won't be something that she has to worry with how it looks or how it's deteriorating anymore once the Hardie plank and possibly windows go in. So Audra, really enjoyed meeting you today. Had a good time talking with you, and we definitely look forward to helping you out and getting your dad's place back to good here. Thanks so much for your time.